great honor to be able to introduce for the first time ever anywhere the 45th President of the United States of America.
Well, we're back, folks. Like I said, we've got some big news here domestically in the United States of America. You know, am I the prophet of prepping? Well, not in a religious sense, but in a secular sense, yes. You and I have been watching this. We've been predicting it, been waiting for it. It is now upon us. These people must think you and I are absolutely the stupidest people on the planet. Department of Homeland Security. This news broke late yesterday, but we're going to cover it today, and it matters because we have so much going on. We've talked about a 1-2 punch. A 1-2 punch. You know, the first punch loosens you up, the second punch finishes you off. A 1-2 punch. We've been talking about the potential of power grid in this country. Well, in fact, it was one of the first. It was one of the very first SHTF scenarios that became real to Americans. A power grid blackout from whatever reason, whether it's an EMP or an asteroid strike or, I don't know, maybe terrorists. Terrorists getting in and shutting down the grid. Terrorists getting in and sabotaging our power grid. Well, get this, the Department of Homeland Security has warned that right-wing extremists could attack the power grid. This is covered by the Daily Beast. It's been covered by many others. But what I want to do is bring to you more perspective, right? I love my satirical perspective because I like to look at things a little differently than other people. What would the Department of Homeland Security do if the grid goes down? Well, they wouldn't do anything. They're the Department of Homeland Security. Wouldn't you think that if they have intel, that it is right-wing extremists, that's pretty freaking narrow, don't you think? That they could attack the power grid. Well, if they have that intel, they knew who the people are talking about it, planning it, the groups associated, why the hell don't they go arrest them? I know, why don't they wait around the power substations that they're talking about and arrest them there and say, aha, you planned, organized, and now you're here on site trying to carry out a heinous crime against the American people. And good golly, thank God for the Department of Homeland Security. No, they're not doing that, folks. No, instead, they're just letting us know, hey, by the way, your power could go out. So the Department of Homeland Security's job is to stand at the gates and cry wolf? Or should it be to actually do something? Now, we keep hearing about these right-wing extremists. We've heard about them since the frickin' Clinton administration, folks, over 20 years ago. Let's see, it was not 9/11. Yeah, right-wing extremists really haven't done anything. It's been Antifa and BLM that caused billions of dollars in damage. Now, don't you think that if the Department of Homeland Security was warning us that there could be an attack on the power grid, don't you think they would give us a little information like, hey, it could be that group called Patriot Front, actually a bunch, folks, of left-wing lunatics who are being doxxed by the government. They're allowing them to be doxxed and identified. Is it because the mercs or private contractors were too obviously the Patriot Front, right? Their first few appearances were as muscular, trim, well-trained, organized, and disciplined-looking young men. That was just a little too obvious. So now they're saying, oh, no, it's these guys here. And you look at them and they've looked up their history and proven, folks, who the Patriot Front is. They're a bunch of left-wing idiots. They've got some unmasked pictures of them and they're fat, different ages, different heights, not uniform, not in good shape. But folks, power grid attack. Remember when I said 1-2 punch? What is the punch one? It could be happening in Ukraine right now. If this tax revolt continues, you know, small and medium-sized business owners, right? They're trying to take over the parliament in Ukraine, kind of similar to the we don't like these high gas price riots in Kazakhstan. But they could cause some serious conflict over there. Remember, Archduke Franz Ferdinand assassinated prior to the start of World War I. Right? It just has to be a little bit of shenanigans going on, and everyone's like, screw it, all this tension's there. Armies are in place. Politicians have done all they can to get ready for war with failed diplomacy, stupid policies, and military aggression. And then something happens and there's shooting, and it's on. Well, what better way to soften the blow here to Constitution-loving Americans than to say, oh shit, we got a war going in Europe. And then, pow, lights go out. And then blame right-wing extremists and come after them. Are you prepared? Hey, light's going to go out. Do you have solar panel? Do you have battery? Do you have the converter? You can get all that at thepreparedmind.club. You can get that. You can get water filtration. So if the lights go out, typically means the water goes off. Hey, do you have mass water storage? Do you have 50 gallons, 100 gallons, 200-gallon collapsible tank or something? You can use your bathtub. Do you have a water source outside, a stream, a pond, a river? Do you know how to filter that water and make it potable, that is sanitary to drink? Get prepared, folks. If the power goes off for an extended period, how would you know how far spread it is and how long it's going to be off? We never know, folks. We never, ever know. And that would be a terrific way to introduce America to their great reset, would it not? To kill the power after we all know war is started in Russia or Ukraine, and then go, okay, war's over there, the power's off here. What a great time to cause chaos in America. Uncertainty, fear. Remember, fear is the greatest motivator of all. They've tried scaring us with unicorns. They've tried scaring us with cerveza. But war is the biggest of all. What if the power goes out and there's explosions in various cities from unknown sources? That would scare the living shit out of everyone, would it not? Fear is a huge motivator. Fear causes people to make illogical decisions. Are you prepared? Do you have food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense? Do you have a plan? The Department of Homeland Security is warning that right-wing extremists could attack the power grid. This comes, folks, after some people in California who come from a place called the Middle East were caught a decade ago shooting transformers in the San Francisco Bay Area. Large power transformers, folks, have oils in them, liquids, to keep them cool, to keep them operating. You remove all that, the system goes down. How hard would it be for operatives to be placed at key junctures around the country to sabotage the power grid and to set off explosives to scare people? And then we're all made aware that, I don't know, we have wartime circumstances, martial law, crazy right-wing extremists have attacked the country. The government can do and say whatever they want. Look at the story they gave us all to believe over 9/11. Don't think it won't happen again. Don't believe that the government won't blame those who love the Constitution, who love America. Because what we've seen coming out of Washington, D.C. is Democrats and their socialist communist bureaucracies saying that they want to get rid of the Constitution. And they're blaming you because you love that Constitution. You love the protections it affords. And they don't want you to have it. They need it gone so they can institute their great reset and bring on their new world order. At the same time, folks, I'm sure they would love to bring down Russia, one of the few countries that doesn't have the Western banking cartel in charge of their money and in charge of their government. Understand how this may unravel, folks. Get prepared. Food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense, because no one is going to protect you if the lights go out. Folks, chance favors the prepared mind is yours. Semper Fi, Godspeed.